Just gonna watch some Roundhouse Radio. It's gonna be quite classic. No way!
6 women have come forward, witnesses to his violence and his anger. 6 women have come forward. Each of us has come forward, each with a similar story.
I know what I have to do. Jake Paul versus Tyrannosaurus Rex Woodley happened this past Sunday. Now, there was a huge controversy, and I'm not talking just a huge controversy, but a
huge controversy
about whether or not Jake Paul doing this should have been counted as a knockdown. Now, in the live stream I did with Angel and Strike, Alex Maldo, Fox, the G, we all said that this shouldn't have been a knockdown. Everyone on the internet was like, it shouldn't have been a knockdown. Jake didn't hit the canvas. His gloves didn't touch the floor. There was definitely some people that were saying it should have been. And I think Al Bernstein, who was commentating, and he's like, definitely, like, he's an old guy. Like, he's ancient. He is ancient, but he knows boxing quite well. And he said that it should have been a knockdown. Now, I was on YouTube scrolling through the comments, and then I come and see the YouTube comment that blew my mind. And basically what I found out was in the Ohio Laws and Administrative Rules of Boxing for the Boxing Commission, there was a determination to determine a knockdown. There were four specific things you have to follow. 1, touches the canvas with any part of the body other than the feet. 2, is being held up by the ropes. 3, is hanging on through or over the ropes without the ability to protect themselves and cannot fall to the floor. Turns their back to the opponent and walks away without protecting themselves. So, that basically is what Jake did. So, yes, that should have been a knockdown. Why the ref didn't do that, I don't know. It was very quick. You know, Jake went on the ropes. It was like 2 seconds, and then he was back up there. But still, the ref, I know refs can make poor choices and controversial decisions and all that stuff. But the fact remains that should have been counted as a knockdown. And I'm ending the debate right now. I'm saying a factual statement. Jake Paul should have been given a count. Tyron Woodley should have been given a knockdown. Stay mad, but that's what the rules say. That's what the guidelines are, and the ref, for whatever reason, didn't follow it. Would this have changed the fight? Maybe. I think Roundhouse Radio said it might have been a Tyron win if that happened, or it could have been a draw. Again, you know my thoughts. I think it should have been a draw, but then you'd give another. But if Tyron got a knockdown fully, it would have maybe changed it a little bit. I still think it maybe would have been the same decision, but at the end of the day, I do think that there should have been a decision. Another thing that I found out, and this is kind of how the Ohio Commission, judges a fight. They judge the following criteria: clean punching, effective aggressiveness, ring generalship, defense. Now, clean punching, I mean, Tyron and Jake both did a lot of clean punching, but what I will say about clean punching is a lot of Jake's punches, and I'll show you some clips right now, especially in the 5th round and in the later rounds, looked like they landed, but they would go off of the glove. They would just touch, they would just barely, like, they would go, like, Tyron's waist was right here, and Jake's punches went like this. So Jake definitely landed a lot more combos, and they got through, but I mean, his punching wasn't as clean as some people might think. Effective aggressiveness has to go to Jake, but at the same time, I still think Jake had low aggression compared to his other fights, which is why if I'm a Ohio Commission, I would say, okay, clean punching went to both of them, but Tyron kind of, I think, was more cleaner, precise punches. Effective aggressiveness, yes, you would give it to Jake, but at the same time, no, you wouldn't. Same thing to Woodley. You definitely want to give it to Woodley, but Jake didn't really bring aggressiveness. ring generalship. Woodley had a lot of ring generalship for a lot of the fight, but he wasn't effective in his punches or whatever. And Jake didn't really have a lot of ring generalship. He definitely did, but I don't think he had as much as Woodley. And defense, they both had pretty equal defense. So again, based off of this criteria, I think this should have been a draw. I didn't even know this is what they used to follow the criteria that they used. You could definitely make a case for Jake having more effective aggressiveness, Woodley having more cleaner punches, Woodley having better defense. But again, I think that based off of that criteria, if I were a judge, I would give it a draw. But if I had to choose somebody to win, it would be Jake Paul. But I want to see that rematch. Thank you guys. Like, sub, and comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video.